It's more than just a beautiful sight in the night sky. Did you know that every current, every tide, and much of life we take for granted is orchestrated by a silent, distant cosmic rock? The seemingly gentle tug of our moon dictates the deepest rhythms of ocean life and stabilizes the climate that allowed humanity to bloom. To even begin to grasp how the moon influences us, we first have to rethink what gravity actually is. It's so easy to think of it as just the invisible force pulling you down toward Earth's solid mass. But really, gravity is a cosmic language of interaction, a mutual tugging across unimaginable distances. The sheer distance between our planet and lunar satellite can make people feel like there shouldn't be any effect at all. Yet that beautiful gravitational dance continues unabated. So when we talk about the moon's influence, it's crucial to distinguish between two concepts: the direct attraction of its pull and something more complex called tidal forces. Believe it or not, what causes the dramatic rise and fall of ocean tides isn't just a gentle tug, but a asterisk differential asterisk force, a subtle kind of stretching. The side of Earth facing the moon feels pulled much harder than the center, effectively pulling the water into a bulge on one side, while the deeper pull creates a corresponding bulge on the opposite side too. This constant shift of water, governed entirely by Newton's laws and Kepler's observations, is what defines our very daily rhythm on the planet. The clearest evidence of lunar influence is written in the very rhythm of our world's oceans, the constant, monumental ebb and flow we call tides. Every day, across every continent bordering salt water, this powerful cycle dictates life itself. Imagine the simple predictability: a predictable rush toward high tide followed by the magnificent retreat to low tide. These dramatic fluctuations aren't merely scenic backdrops. They are the heartbeat of immense coastal economies and unique deepwater habitats. Think of the shellfishing industry, for instance, which literally depends on a specific combination of lunar cycles. Even vital natural processes, like nutrient distribution in mangrove forests or spawning times for massive populations of fish, time themselves to these celestial schedules over millennia. It's this inescapable gravitational partnership that allows entire civilizations, from ancient Phoenician ports to modern container shipping hubs, to organize their livelihoods around the moon's invisible tug. If you visit the intertidal zone, that narrow band of slick rocks between high and low tide, you are witnessing life living by a cosmic clock. It is one of nature's most brutal, yet spectacular, environments. Here, organisms don't just live. They perform an astonishing series of minute-to-minute adaptations dictated entirely by the moon's gravitational pull. Consider the barnacles. When the water level drops even slightly, exposed to blistering sun and crashing waves, they must instantly seal themselves shut within their calcified casings, a defensive reflex that barely gives them room to breathe. Similarly, certain mollusks are experts in burrowing, rapidly burying themselves into the sediment just seconds before the next surge pulls everything loose. Their entire survival depends on predicting the rhythmic ebb and flow of the tides, a rhythm guided by lunar gravity itself. This means their metabolisms, their reproductive cycles, even their feeding patterns must align perfectly with predictions of lunar phases. These creatures are not merely asterisk influenced by Earth's great celestial ballet. They are meticulously crafted to survive its relentless, pulsing beat. But the moon's power isn't limited to tides. Its rhythm echoes deep into terrestrial biology. In certain ecosystems, specialized flora have evolved an intrinsic connection to our satellite's cycles, using lunar light, its subtle gravitational pull influencing sap flow and cellular processes, to perfectly time their blooms. Consider Amazonian orchids, for example. Some species are known to open their reproductive structures only during the full phases of the moon, optimizing pollination efficiency. This isn't just a biological quirk. It is a profound seasonal timing mechanism that completely dictates the availability of vital sustenance. When these plants bloom in synchronized bursts, They create predictable peaks of nutrients and seeds for everything else living nearby. The delicate balance observed might involve specific insects, perhaps species documented by botanists like Charles Darwin during his travels, which timed their life cycle to coincide exactly with that lunar window. By regulating when a resource appears, be it pollen or fruit, the moonlight orchestrates entire local food chains, ensuring that the next generation of grazers and predators is provided for in a breathtaking, celestial ballet. But perhaps the most profound, yet least considered role of our celestial neighbor is its gravitational stabilizing handshake with Earth itself. Imagine our planet spinning without this cosmic anchor. We would drift through an unimaginable atmospheric disaster. The moon essentially locks us into a stable rotational dance, damping out the natural and powerful wobbling that geophysicists call axial precession. Without this constant, subtle tug, Earth's tilt, its axis of rotation, would swing wildly over immense periods. This means our seasons would fluctuate unpredictably within mere millennia, swinging from tropical inferno to deep ice age in a geological blink. It is this stability that has made life possible for billions of years across the Phanerozoic Aeon. The moon acts like nature's ultimate flywheel, ensuring enough consistent solar energy and manageable temperatures at the equator, so that complex life can slowly, steadily build itself up over eons to reach us. But when we talk about deep ocean mysteries, you have to dive below our normal understanding of daylight entirely. Picture yourself in the abyssal plain, a realm utterly divorced from the sun's life-giving glare. Yet even here, where perpetual night reigns and temperatures hover near freezing, the moon's rhythmic sway dictates existence. The immense global tidal shifts aren't just dragging water back and forth, they are fundamentally restructuring the deep ocean's chemical profile. It's through these massive tidal movements that vital nutrients, minerals and organic matter shed from surface life, are slowly but surely redistributed across thousands of square miles. Consider specialized organisms, like certain species of vent tube worms, which thrive not just on chemosynthesis at hydrothermal vents, but are also subtly influenced by the pressure waves generated during peak lunar cycles. The sheer mechanics of water flow, dictated by gravitational pull hundreds of miles above us, essentially determines how much food falls into a localized ecosystem week after week. It's a constant reminder that nothing in nature, not even the darkest depths of Earth, is operating completely independently. Everything is connected to the silent, unseen choreography orchestrated from our nearest neighbor, the moon. But to only think of the moon's pull controlling the oceans is to miss half the story. Its influence ripples far beyond the wet coastlines, subtly dictating the very air we breathe and the patterns of global weather. In fact, it's critical in spinning up the colossal currents we know as thermohaline circulation. This massive oceanic conveyor belt, the one that keeps Western Europe noticeably warmer than comparable latitudes near Alaska, relies on sustained planetary wobbling that the moon plays a key part in maintaining. Without this constant gravitational nudge, these delicate atmospheric boundaries, which define where continents meet and how warm air moves, would quickly shift into chaos. Consider the jet stream itself. It's not just a ribbon of wind, it's an indicator of temperature differential, and those massive differentials are finely tuned by lunar periodicity. It means that even seemingly random tropical downpours or the predictable march of severe Midwestern thunderstorms are all working within a highly organized system, a celestial clockwork mechanism orchestrated over millions of years. This isn't just physics, it's planetary choreography. And so, after billions of years, the moon hasn't staged any sudden coups or enacted flashy displays of power. Its reign has been one of constant, gentle persuasion, a subtle but utterly indispensable rhythm kept at play across every conceivable corner of Earth's ecology. It is a powerful masterclass in stability. Sometimes, the most profound forces are those that never cease their work. Think of the ocean tides, for instance. They aren't merely cycles, They are planetary timekeepers, regulating nutrient flow and creating breeding grounds the moment the lunar gravitational pull shifts. From the ancient life forms thriving in tidal pools to the modern deep-sea research using lunar predictability, this constancy is bedrock biology. Even when humans engineered things like the highly predictable navigation systems used by Captain James Cook on his 18th century voyages, they were relying on celestial mechanics fundamentally anchored by the moon's clockwork influence. What it ultimately teaches us, as we leave orbit and look back at our pale blue dot, is that continuous effort, sustained rhythm, that quiet, reliable tick-tock, is not just life, but the very essence of enduring survival. From the deepest trench to the highest canopy, life has evolved an unwavering reliance on rhythm. It teaches us that survival isn't about grand, sudden events, but the consistency of subtle forces, the patient pull of gravity acting over millennia. The moon reminds us that some of the most powerful control is delivered gently, one cosmic tide at a time.